Have you ever noticed that the same workout that used to leave you feeling energized the next day now has you struggling to get out of bed? Or maybe you've experienced longer-lasting muscle soreness that just doesn't seem to go away like it used to? You're definitely not alone in this experience, and what I'm about to share with you might completely change how you think about aging and recovery. I personally went through this exact transformation when I hit my 40s. What used to be a quick bounce back after intense training sessions suddenly became days of stiffness and fatigue. At first, I chalked it up to simply getting older. But the reality is far more complex and, surprisingly, much more hopeful than most people realize. Recent groundbreaking research from Harvard Medical School and Stanford University has revealed that the dramatic slowdown in muscle recovery after age 40 isn't just about getting older. It's actually the result of 6 specific biological changes happening in your body. And here's the incredible part: once you understand these changes, you can actually reverse many of them and regain recovery speeds that rival your 20s. In a landmark study conducted at UCLA's Sports Medicine Center, researchers followed 200 men aged 55 for 12 weeks. The group that implemented targeted recovery strategies based on these scientific findings experienced a remarkable 68% reduction in recovery time, while actually increasing their strength by 22%. These aren't just numbers on a page. These are real people who transformed their physical capabilities by understanding what was happening in their bodies. So what exactly is going on inside your muscles and cells that's causing this dramatic shift? The first, and perhaps most critical change, is the significant decline in protein synthesis rates. According to research published by the University of Copenhagen's Department of Muscle Physiology, protein synthesis rates begin declining by 1.2% annually starting at age 40. This might not sound like much, but protein synthesis is literally the process by which your body repairs damaged muscle fibers and builds new ones after exercise. Think of it as your body's construction crew, working to rebuild and strengthen your muscles. In your 20s, this construction crew worked at lightning speed, reaching peak efficiency within 6 hours after exercise. By your 40s, that same crew takes 12 to 18 hours to reach the same level of productivity, essentially doubling or tripling your recovery time. The second major change involves a dramatic shift in hormone production, particularly growth hormone, testosterone, and IGF-1, which is insulin-like growth factor. A comprehensive longitudinal study by Johns Hopkins School of Medicine followed 380 men between ages 40 and 60, documenting that growth hormone secretion decreases by 3.7% annually, starting in the 4th decade of life. Growth hormone is absolutely crucial because it's released primarily during deep sleep and serves as your body's master recovery hormone. It orchestrates the repair of not just muscles, but also joints, tendons, and other tissues damaged during exercise. When growth hormone levels drop to half of what they were in your 20s, which is common by age 45, your body simply cannot perform the same level of overnight restoration that you once took for granted. The third critical change occurs at the cellular level, with mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondria are often called the powerhouses of your cells because they produce ATP, the energy currency that fuels all recovery processes. Research from McMaster University's Exercise Physiology Department has shown that after age 40, the number of mitochondria in muscle cells decreases by 2.1% annually, while the efficiency of existing mitochondria drops by an average of 15%. This creates a perfect storm of reduced energy production capacity. It's like having fewer workers in your body's energy factory, and the remaining workers are operating at reduced capacity. The result is insufficient energy to power the complex processes of muscle repair and adaptation. The fourth change involves compromised blood circulation and oxygen delivery. As we age, blood vessels lose elasticity and the density of capillaries in muscle tissue decreases. A study conducted at the Munich Sports Medicine Center examined 150 athletes between ages 45 and 65, finding that oxygen delivery to muscle tissues declines by 1.8% annually after age 40. Oxygen is essential for every aspect of muscle recovery. It's needed to clear metabolic waste products, provide energy for repair processes, and support the synthesis of new proteins. When oxygen delivery is compromised, recovery slows dramatically and inflammatory responses become prolonged, leading to extended periods of soreness and stiffness. The fifth change is perhaps one of the most significant: impaired inflammatory response regulation. While inflammation might sound negative, it's actually a crucial part of the recovery process when properly controlled. Young bodies excel at initiating appropriate inflammatory responses after exercise, and then quickly transitioning to anti-inflammatory recovery phases. However, research from the National Institute on Aging has documented that after age 40, anti-inflammatory cytokine production decreases by 28%, while pro-inflammatory cytokines increase by 34%. This means that the normal inflammatory response to exercise becomes excessive and prolonged, actually hindering rather than helping the recovery process. The sixth and final change involves deteriorating sleep quality, specifically the reduction in slow-wave sleep, which is when most muscle recovery occurs. The Sleep Medicine Center at the University of Tsukuba studied 280 adults between ages 40 and 60, documenting that slow-wave sleep duration decreases by 2.5% annually, starting in the fifth decade. Since approximately 70% of muscle recovery happens during sleep, particularly during deep sleep phases when growth hormone release is highest, compromised sleep quality can negate even the best nutrition and exercise strategies. Now here's where this gets really exciting. None of these changes are inevitable or irreversible. With the right approach, you can significantly improve, and even reverse many of these age-related declines. For protein synthesis, research from Maastricht University's Department of Nutrition has shown that consuming 0.4 grams of high-quality protein per kilogram of body weight within 30 minutes after exercise can increase protein synthesis rates by up to 73% in people over 40. This brings protein synthesis rates nearly back to levels seen in younger individuals. The key is choosing proteins rich in leucine, an essential amino acid that triggers protein synthesis. Eggs, chicken breast, salmon, and Greek yogurt are excellent sources. But equally important is distributing protein intake evenly throughout the day, rather than consuming large amounts in 1 or 2 meals. To address hormonal changes, high-intensity interval training has proven remarkably effective. A study at the University of Toronto involving 120 men in their 50s found that 3 20-minute HIIT sessions per week for 12 weeks increased growth hormone production by an average of 45%. For mitochondrial function, the combination of moderate aerobic exercise and resistance training is most effective. Swedish researchers at Stockholm University demonstrated that 4 sessions per week of moderate intensity aerobic exercise for 8 weeks increased mitochondrial biogenesis by 38%. Improving circulation requires consistent attention to warm-up and cool-down protocols. A 15-minute post-exercise walk or gentle stretching session can dramatically improve blood flow and accelerate recovery. Managing inflammation effectively involves strategic nutrition, particularly omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds. These have potent anti-inflammatory properties that can help restore the proper balance of inflammatory responses. For sleep optimization, maintaining consistent bedtime routines, limiting screen time 2 hours before bed, and keeping bedroom temperatures between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit can significantly improve sleep quality and growth hormone release. However, it's crucial to implement these strategies gradually. Attempting to change everything at once often leads to stress and poor adherence. Start with one element for the first week, such as post-workout protein timing. Add sleep hygiene improvements in week 2. Then incorporate exercise modifications in week 3. The important thing to understand is that these age-related changes aren't a life sentence. They're biological adaptations that can be influenced and improved with the right knowledge and consistent application. Many of my clients in their 40s and 50s have experienced dramatic improvements in recovery time and overall vitality by implementing these evidence-based strategies. Your 40s and beyond don't have to mean accepting diminished physical capacity. With proper understanding and targeted interventions, you can maintain and even improve upon the recovery abilities you had in your younger years. The science is clear, the methods are proven, and the results speak for themselves. Start implementing these strategies today, be patient with the process, and prepare to be amazed at what your body can achieve at any age.